character mine.
Like, AU is almost always all, right?
Yeah, but it's not Zaubermaus. It's like Deadmau5.
Zaubermaus.
Well,
Okay,
Deadmau5
yeah,
is
I'm going with
double
Zaubermaus.
five. Okay,
And
Zaubermaus.
Peach, Pikachu. This is not your favorite matchup as a Pikachu main, right?
I don't really think so. I don't think it's that bad ideally because like Pikachu does have a lot of good mitigation for his weaknesses. He's really fast. He can space his moves so they don't really get CC punished. He has really good survivability too. Where people will talk about that, like Pikachu can't kill Peach, but Pikachu can also live really long against Peach.
I mean,
so we'll have to see how this goes.
now it used to be a secret. I don't think it's a secret anymore. I am somewhat of a Peach enthusiast, right?
Okay, I like both of these characters
And
a lot.
to this matchup for me, when I think Peach, I think back air. You back air a lot, and you can throw it out kind of whenever, and
That's how Armada did it.
it's always good.
That's what Armada
It
did.
seems really consistent and really hard to beat.
Yeah.
And I say you don't even start thinking about the match that hard until they find a way around your back airs. Like, until they show that they have answers to it.
Yeah.
I think not that you only back air, right? Like, let's not get crazy with it.
Yeah.
Or degenerate.
Well, that's how you base your game plan, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I saw? There was a Wally tweet from like a year or two ago where he tweeted how he plays the Pikachu matchup, and it was a clip of him just dash dancing and then power shield down smashing the Nair over and over. And then the Pikachu quit out or something. I think it's good because, like I mentioned before, Pikachu can overshoot his Nair to space outside of your CC punish. But if you're beating his Nair with Power Shield instead of CC, then you can move and you can space with him. And now it's not all of a sudden not so easy for him to overshoot like that. And also because Pikachu's Nair is like not disjointed at all, it's not very hard to Power Shield, especially with a character like Peach, who's very tall and skinny and has a big shield.
Hey,
But
makes sense to me.
that's also new tech that people haven't been doing until last year or so.
Yeah, I will say, so far, it looks like Pusheen Queen's more in the back air camp than
Yeah,
the power
looks like it.
shield run down smash camp.
There's boomers and there's zoomers.
And I mean, if it works, I think you stay with the simpler approach more often, right? Unless you're really practiced
so.
in the new tech.
I actually think they're both equally simple, but
Yeah.
one of them is like not so common and like a little harder maybe.
I almost think that the power shield strategy is a little more interactive. And I think if you have a degenerate matchup to play, and I will call this matchup degenerate at this moment now that I'm seeing it again, that the Pikachu really needs to get some outplays multiple times. Okay, first off, let's just appreciate the little string that we just saw from Zaubermaus, then it ended in the Thunder. Yeah, that's a good chunk.
Thunder.
That's a good chunk of damage on a floaty.
Thunder's such like a unique move. Like, there's no other moves like that in Melee. It's really cool to see it.
Yeah. I forget where I was going with that, but that is okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you find the needle in the haystack up smash, Peach is at kill percent right now. She dies. But it's really hard to land that move.
And I want to commend Pusheen Queen, who has not just been using a lot of back air and other aerials, but lots and lots of back air, but has used them in different ways. Like that rising back air has been used to try to catch jumps forward fairly often. There's also been like retreating, which works in different scenarios, and approaching if they're up in tight spaces. So Pusheen Queen, I think, has really made a good run of it.
Okay, a big Nair to close it out, and this is a huge lead. This is where the matchup starts to look really bad because you're just sitting here nickel and diming your percent, and then that happens to you.
Yeah, that was a totally involuntary sound that I just made when I saw that down smash. That is tough. Okay, dash attack. Also sounds like he beat down smash right there. Or at least traded. All you have to do is trade with those multi-hit moves.
Zaubermaus is pulling out the tech. He just did like a forward aerial interrupt. Like, he did it again, like just in his regular movement. His ledge dashes look really clean too. He's done some stuff.
I think that's good at this point, because even if you don't win the game, if you really get yourself going, you might be able to pull together something special for the next.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable. It's like playing on stream can be really nerve-wracking, especially if you're not like really used to it. So you really got to, like you said, get yourself going.
And this
he looks really good. That's like, he's doing a good job of that.
And I mean,
a grab ledge, and that would have been a stock.
A matchup where your opponent's plan is straightforward and yours is not is even harder to play on stream, right? And that straightforward plan is like probably stronger overall.
Yeah.
Because really, as Pikachu, I feel like you don't want to have, not that you don't want to have a game plan, but you need to be able to deviate from your game plan so much in order to beat the counterplay that Peach just sort of has built into the character. Yeah, able to nair out. That'll finish the game. But a little bit of a comeback from Zaubermaus.
Real, I mean, good showing from Pusheen Queen though.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, Pusheen Queen made it very hard for Zaubermaus to get anything going. I think that's the way you play the matchup. And it is I said it was degenerate for Pikachu. Not say it was easy, because you need to be constant for several minutes in a row, putting your hitboxes in good places. It's not like you get one big combo, right? It's not that kind of degenerate. It's just more so that your moves just trade favorably or beat so many of Pikachu's that as long as you're putting them in the right places, you have the good odds of going far in this matchup. Pusheen Queen's been able to do that for several minutes in a row already, and we'll see how Game 2 goes. Back to Battlefield, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where you take Peach. I think Pokemon is probably really good because you have the space and the low ceiling. I don't really know about any other stages if I'm Pikachu, if I really like them against Peach.
Yeah, I would say I'd like the low ceiling, but none of the kills were off the top of like up smash, right?
Yeah, it's tough.
So I don't know. Maybe you start to bank on it more on a low ceiling stage.
I mean, it doesn't. I feel like Peach benefits from it less, like objectively.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, you need to drift forward and actually meet her with the thunder there, and like be willing to fall off stage afterwards, kind of like Zaubermaus did before with the thunder mid combo.
Yeah, up smash only got spot dodge that time, trying for that kill move this time, but I do think it's wise to you got to throw it out here and there. At least
that could have been reverse head spike. That really could have been. We'll see if we get one now.
Okay. Gets hit way up.
Yeah.
Peach too slow to actually go chase.
Imagine if the DI was just a little worse than that up smash like 30 seconds ago now. This would be a completely different game.
Yeah, it is crazy how much those small little things add up.
Yeah.
Yep, shields the dash attack, able to get an up smash, and we're pretty much even once again. Hit by the parasol. Yeah, playing kind of farther away Zaubermaus, because Zaubermaus is able to like change the spacing at which the game is being played more easily because Pikachu is just a faster character, just has more mobility overall. Just choosing to play a little farther away than previously, and it's kind of been working out okay. And I guess it's the way that Pusheen is doing so much, Pusheen Queen doing so much in place, that waiting for just a moment is sort of giving you the opportunity to do a timing mix-up that's actually meaningful if you're a little bit farther away, as opposed to the back air just covering everything. With that said, I think what that damages is Zaubermaus' ability to overshoot.
Yeah.
Right? So the overshoot nair is like no longer really much of a worry from that position.
Yeah. I think when you play the longer distances like that, you might want to work the dash dance a little harder, rather than like Zaubermaus is doing a lot of wave dashing and like stopping in place, but keeping a fluid dash dance might really help, because then you get to change the spacing and you get to task Pusheen Queen's reactions and threaten the overshoot even when you're at the farther range.
Yeah, and like you're saying, Zaubermaus has only really done that in small doses.
There's the forward area high.
Yeah. Wow.
That looked really cool.
Yeah, that was a clean move. And still, even in stocks, floats over top of the forward smash, able to get the back air. Yep, Pusheen Queen just putting out that back air. You can't come forward, and then backs up towards center. So hard to get around this character as Pikachu.
Yeah, especially when the percent differential is like this. It's like, if you get counter hit once, like, you're off stage, and like, if you don't, you got 10%. Good job.
And Peach's hitboxes just are so good at trading.
Yeah.
Like, they're made for it. Oh, yeah, tried something fancy there. Probably an up smash was coming out.
Yeah, I think it was a forward air interrupt again. But it was not like Peach was just already there.
Yeah. Using the turnips now, too, an element that we haven't seen in the gameplay so far. Thrown off the stage, kidnapped. And that guard might do it, yeah.
The backer will just close it out at that percent.
And now Pusheen Queen, a stock and a half up. Okay, with the landing hitbox, able to get Pusheen Queen that time on the down air. Yeah, Pusheen Queen just keeps putting out these walling aerials, just slowly wearing down Zaubermaus. It's looking, I mean, slightly better than last game already for Zaubermaus, right?
But like Zaubermaus has really had trouble closing out the stocks, I feel like.
Yeah, and the damage just keeps climbing. Pusheen Queen doing a great job of staying out of the way of situations that are potentially dangerous for kill moves, like with up smash and so. Staying pretty low to the ground with floats, especially at these higher percents. That's a stitch face, though.
That is a stitch face. I was wondering if the catch was intentional. I didn't see it. Unfortunately, Pikachu's item throw is awful. So.
Well, Pikachu holds it with his mouth.
His mouth, yeah.
How's he supposed to throw it?
Stitch.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance. Well, the Stitch is gone now, so it's very hard. Pusheen has to pull another Stitch, and then Zaubermaus has to catch it again, but there won't be an opportunity to do that. Pusheen Queen closes out the solid 2-0.
Yeah, so nice from Pusheen
Yeah,
Queen.
and the Jersey crowd cheering for Pusheen Queen.
Yeah, makes sense. And I mean, really a well-played grind of a set for Pusheen Queen.
Yeah.
Playing to the character matchup as much as you can. And there are many matchups in Melee that the more they evolve, the more and more they become interactive between the players, right? Mm-hmm. And then there are other matchups like that one where if you play the character matchup, that really is just the best way to play it still.
Yeah.
And we saw Zaubermaus try to use some of the new Pikachu tech. You were calling out the forward airs on the to interrupt.
Yeah, his tech looked really good.
And was able to use it to move around a little more nimbly. And even was able to change up spacing at make it a little bit play from farther away to give it a different look. Wow, I just saw Chroma's light flash before his eyes. He almost tripped over.